What made your sweet grandma snap in front of the entire family? My grandmother Edith was known for her kindness. She used to bake cookies for neighborhood kids, volunteer at the shelter, and send handwritten birthday cards with a small gift. At 82, she lived in her modest home of 40 years, clipping coupons and repairing socks rather than spending on new ones. What we hadn't known was that she had hidden a secret for decades, revealed unexpectedly at last year's family Christmas. That year, my cousins Derek and Vanessa grew unusually attentive, calling weekly and taking her shopping. I was glad for their concern, especially since I lived 3 states away and visited rarely. Mom always claimed I was Grandma's favorite, but I assumed it was every child's story. At Christmas Eve dinner, Grandma was quieter, watching everyone with an intensity I hadn't seen. After dinner, during our gift exchange, Derek announced he had wonderful news. He and Vanessa had persuaded Grandma to sell her house and move to assisted living for her safety. I nearly choked on my eggnog, for I had never heard of such a plan from the fiercely independent woman. Derek explained they had found a lovely place and even engaged a realtor to list the house in spring for an estimated $300,000. When I asked if this was really her wish, he replied, "She forgets things sometimes. It's for her safety." Grandma's eyes flashed, but she remained mute. Mom looked troubled. Then Derek revealed that after the sale and facility fees, they would manage her finances since they were local. I noticed legal papers with sticky tabs on the side table, ready for her signature. I stood to object when Grandma interjected, "Before we continue, I have presents for everyone." She distributed identical wrapped packages containing a single key each. Confused, we listened as she said, "These keys open my storage unit. Let's go now." Despite protests about the time, her tone left no room for refusal. 20 minutes later, we arrived at a climate-controlled storage facility filled with antique furniture, paintings, and many labeled boxes. "I have been collecting these treasures for 60 years, she stated calmly. "After your grandfather died, I quietly continued our business. I closed the shop but have been buying and selling high-end antiques online." My mother gasped when Grandma produced a bank statement showing an account with over $2 million. Then her tone hardened. "I have watched you two circle me like vultures, insisting I need help and doubting my independence. I was testing you, those who love me unconditionally versus those after my wealth." She fixed her gaze on Derek and Vanessa. "You failed." She turned to me, adding, "But you, who called every Sunday without asking for money despite your struggles, have passed my test." She handed me an envelope containing a deed to a house I had never seen. "I bought it recently. I'm not ready for assisted living, and I want my favorite grandchild closer." Derek shouted, "This isn't fair. We took care of you." Grandma's eyes flashed. "Care? You were after my assets. I overheard you discussing how to sell my antiques once I was out of the picture. They are worth more than my house." The room fell silent. Straightening her shoulders, she declared, "I am not confused or incapable, and I won't sign anything tonight. I have updated my will. Those who treated me as a person, not a piggy bank, will be remembered." Derek and Vanessa stormed out, while the rest of us listened in awe as my sweet grandma revealed she was not just a kind soul, but a shrewd businesswoman underestimated all her life.